warm welcome each and everyone on SuperGrads YouTube channel. As they say, people won't see your struggle, they'll only see your success. But behind this success, there is a struggle story. A struggle story that is going to teach you how are you going to reach to that particular success point. A very warm welcome over here, IPM Indore topper Sai J. Riti. She has made it in the very first list of IIM Indore, and I'm proudly saying it in front of you all. She is a SuperGrads student. How are you feeling, Sai? First question from my side to you is, how are you feeling right now? Are you on cloud nine right now?
So definitely, yes, sir. It has been a dream. Like throughout the preparation, this is where all of us want to get to, like ultimately. So it was a wonderful feeling when the results came out, and everyone were happy. Parents, teachers, mentors, everyone were happy, and I myself a sense of accomplishment, a sense of satisfaction at the end. So wonderful feeling, sir.
Okay, so it's hard to express such feelings in words, but one thing is important. The journey tells you all. So, in this particular episode, we are going to explore your journey with Supergrads and how you exactly made into IIM Indore. There were definitely some hurdles in between too, and you're going to talk about those hurdles also because people should learn that hurdles actually come to teach you. Okay, Sai. So first of all, how this journey exactly began? So if you can help me with that particular question.
Uh, so I would say it started from my boards, like when my boards came to an end, because I'm from a different board, IB board. So my board examinations ended in November 2021, and I started preparing for IPM. Only then I got to know about the IPM course, which I liked very much, and that's when I started my preparation. So initially, sir. I faced a lot of difficulties with math, though I'm a PCM student. I wasn't really very confident with the higher maths part, and I had to focus a lot on that. But the standard maths part was something that I was already confident with. And speaking about English, because English is not the same English as we learn in our school, so it is very different, like idioms and phrases, para jumbles.
Right.
Reading comprehension though was something we used to learn in school, like what we used to do. But that also I had to improve on a great level, because the level of questions that are asked in IP Mat, especially when considering the cutoffs of previous years, we had to have a very good command over the language. So I had to work very hard on English, especially the vocabulary part and my reading comprehension part. And logic, I would say, so I was already very confident with
You're
logic.
already very
So
confident.
higher maths and
So
English, I had
basically, the
to.
preparation span was after November. So six,
Yes,
seven
sir.
months, right? So six, seven
Yes,
months you
sir.
devoted completely for the IPM preparations
Yes,
with
sir.
Supergrads. One thing I wish to understand over here. Okay, so as you also mentioned rightly that mathematics was playing a
Yes.
very tricky game initially. How did you overcome it? How did Supergrads exactly help you in that particular regard?
So at this point, I would definitely thank Mr. Anil. Anil sir was a wonderful teacher. I would definitely be able to proudly say this at any stage, that I used to wait for his classes every single day, because we used to only get 3 classes of Anil sir, because we had to have English classes and logic classes. He was a wonderful teacher, and he made it so simple that I was able to understand higher maths. And we also had another sir who was there for us for higher maths. So both of them made it very simple, and within 1 or 2 classes itself, he made us understand the basic concepts so that we can start solving questions on our own. So Anil sir definitely had a great role to play in my maths preparation, especially.
Many of the people do not know Anil sir has taught me also previously. So yes, he has been an excellent teacher, and
Yes, sir.
certainly, he has led the foundation of many students. Many students who have actually studied under Anil sir are right now in IIM. Initially, he was teaching for CAT, and now for IPM from last 2 odd years. And fantastic teacher, I
Yes,
must
sir.
say this. And
No doubt. Yes.
mathematics is one thing. Then verbal ability. You told me that you were from IB board, and
Yes.
you were also struggling with English because perhaps the syllabi which is covered in the IPM preparations is completely different from that of IB board. So how did you manage over there then?
So one thing that helped me to a very great extent with English preparation is the editorials of any newspaper of your choice.
Okay, all right.
So that thing, I made sure I read it consistently every single day. Though I used to miss on 1 or 2 days by human error, but I made sure I read it like as consistently as possible, because reading comprehension is not something you'll be able to improve on by a day or two overnight. You won't be able to do that because it's a skill that you'll have to develop over a period of time. So reading newspapers, one thing, sir, and following books and making sure you note down a vocabulary of 10 to 15 words every day and keep on revising them. I think revision is underrated. So because in order to keep your concepts stick to yourself and in order to have them to yourself, I think it's revision plays a very great role. So revising your vocabulary and reading newspapers and then solving RCs and questions towards the last leg of the preparation. I think all of these, doing this persistently and consistently without worrying about the marks, I would say it helped me a lot, sir.
Very fair point. In fact, we have been teaching and telling students quite often that, you must be reading the newspapers. And in fact, we have been telling them that you have to go through the editorial pages because,
Yes.
that gives you a foundation that actually tells you what kind of passages are going to come in, that is going to help you improvise on vocabulary, grammar, and in-depth consistency. Most importantly, जब RCs आते हैं, when RCs are coming in the paper, at that point of time, the time which is being taken by
Yes.
a student exactly reduces once you are thorough with the editorial pages. So one advice being given by Sai over here that you must be reading the newspaper editorials on a daily basis. Second point, which she's mentioning, that revision is underrated, but English needs revision. And
Yes.
I must tell you guys, 112 was a very high cutoff, unexpected cutoff. Many of the very good students, could not make into IIM Indore this particular year because English language cutoff was very high. But Sai could make it, and definitely she's giving a wonderful advice to each and everyone who is listening to her right now. Okay, Sai, my next question to you would be, many of the students who are actually preparing for IPM are actually giving the examination or writing the examination just after board examinations. However, your case is different. You are from IB board, and the other students are most of the students are from CBSE and state boards. So was it difficult to manage the board preparations along with IPM preparations, or was that not?
Sir, managing board exams and IPMAT exams, like I said before, was not a problem because I started my IPMAT preparation after my boards.
Right,
So
right.
that was not a problem. But one problem was that CBSE students had a greater exposure when it came to math, because we didn't learn math to that depth, especially as a PCM student. So that was something I was lacking as an IB student, where I had exposure to other aspects. So that is one thing. And when it came to interview preparation also, sir, when the interviewer asked questions from the CBSE board, even though I mentioned that I was from IB board, they were not really clear. Like they were not able to demarcate
To
between
figure
what is
out.
the CBSE board and IB board portions. So in that point, I was at a disadvantage. But I didn't think it made in the interview stage, especially, it didn't make a very big difference. But definitely, there was something that was lacking. Yes.
Okay, all right, Sai. One more important question. So, could you clear some more exams also? So, did you get some offers from Rohtak or some other college also, apart from Indore?
Sir, unfortunately, I wasn't able to clear Rohtak.
Great. I
Uh,
think I wanted you should be making this point in front of the audience. So,
yes.
we have an example, students. We do have an example in front of all of us. A student who could not clear IIM Rohtak despite the fact that abhi tak, I think second merit list aa chuki hai and we have 19 selections from SuperGrads. 19 selections SuperGrads के हैं, but we have one student जिसने रोहतक नहीं निकाला और IIM इंदौर की फर्स्ट मेरिट लिस्ट में उसने अपना नाम बनाया है. It clearly showcases one very very important point. एक बहुत बहुत important point यहाँ पे आ रहा है कि there are hurdles in the pathway. So it's not necessary because we have been emphasizing this that always it's not going to be your day. So if Sai is not getting a call from I am Rohtak, that doesn't mean that that should stop her journey altogether. But she's getting a call from I am Indore, and she is making into a bigger college by all her efforts. Sai, if you can speak on that particular part also, because
Definitely, sir. I
yeah,
definitely wanted to speak on this facet. I was very, very disheartened. I spoke to you. I spoke to Anil sir also. Like, sir, मुझे मेरा रोहतक ही नहीं हो रहा है. Like, what will happen to my Indore? I was definitely, I didn't have any faith. Like, Indore will happen to me. But it was very surprising, sir. So I just want to tell this that never lose confidence, especially when I was giving my IPMAT exam. Also, I looked at other people's mock scores; they were very high, but which definitely reduced my morale. But I would definitely advise all the other students, upcoming students, that do not get demotivated by the scores of other students, or your the fact that you're not getting offers from other colleges doesn't really reflect or mean that you won't be getting offers from other colleges as well. So never, I would definitely like to say that never lose confidence no matter what. This is something, a mistake I made. I didn't have confidence in myself, but I would definitely like. It's an example. So, like you said,
Yeah.
like you shouldn't be doing this.
So we started this particular interview on a note which said that we are going to talk about the success stories. Nobody's going to listen to our struggle stories, but the students who are listening to you right now, Sai, are also listening to your struggle story, and this struggle story is giving them a message: never lose hope.
Yes,
And
sir.
this is the message, particularly going from this particular interview to them. Definitely, it's coming in the midway. We'll be concluding it in a very good manner in the last also. But before that, let me ask you one more very, very crucial thing. 35% of the marks were of the interview. How are your interview preparations? I have also some faint memories of that. Once you speak, I'll speak on that. Please.
Right, sir. So my interview preparation for it initially started with Rohtak's PI preparation because Rohtak had released the dates before. So the preparation went very well. So like you had given us a lot of key points like priorities as to what we'll have to focus before. So according to the priorities, I'd prepared very well, and I'd given my Rohtak interviews as well. It went very well. And then when coming to Indore, I kind of got very demotivated because I didn't feel my IP math scores were very good in order to make it to IIM Indore. So my morale reduced, and I didn't give so much of a my full potential, to be honest, during the initial two couple of days of IPMAT Indore PI preparation. And that is when I had given my mock interview. I definitely won't forget the day in my entire life, sir. It was very, it gave me the hope that, yeah, you can still do Indore, you can still crack Indore PI, even if you don't have a very good IP math scores in comparison to the others. So that day it actually boosted my preparation to a very great level. I prepared sincerely for a very high number
Can
of
you
hours.
elaborate on this? I mean, what exactly happened?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sure.
Yeah, please elaborate. What exactly happened on that particular day?
So actually, so I was having my the mock interview. I was the first person on the first day to give the Indore PI interview, and I definitely think you would expect it to be very well going, but it definitely was not because I was very underprepared as far as my school portions were concerned. Because I had completed my board exams in November 2021, so I didn't have so much of a touch with the core subjects like physics and chemistry, and I wasn't able to answer any question of physics and chemistry. Like Anil sir was bombarding with physics chemistry questions, and GK especially, I wasn't able to answer a lot of things, and my morale dropped to a very low level. And that's when you came in, so you advised. I would not say you scolded. You definitely wanted me to get into Indore, and that is when you gave me a lot of advice as to where I need to focus, and that I was where I stood, especially that made a lot of difference. You said I stood at a very low level in comparison to my other counterparts who were preparing. So that made a lot of difference in my interview preparation.
In fact, I would like to add something over here. I remember that interview very, very well because both of us were taking this particular interview, myself and Anil sir. And I remember I told Sai at that point of time that if you are not coming prepared, I'm not going to take your next interview.
Yes.
And she got frightened from within, if I'm not wrong. And she called Akanksha at that point of time, sir, kya bol rahe hain, mera interview nahi hoga, and everything of that sort. Then Akanksha also told her ki nahi, it has been an advice which has been given to you, just focus on that particular thing. And see, we are being strict sometimes, but that actually gives the results at the end. And that's clearly now showcasing in front of you all that कभी कभार हम लोगों को सख्त बनना पड़ता है so that student comes out at its best. And Sai could not make into IIM Rohtak interviews, but she definitely did it in IIM Indore. It's the output in front of you all. Now, let's talk about the logical reasoning preparations also, because you have actually cleared IPM Aptitude Test Rohtak exam. However, you could
Yes.
not make it an interview part. So that will be that's going to be good advice for the students who are listening to you right now.
So for logic, I followed the books that SuperGrads gave me. That it was the only material I referred to, and I think the best way to prepare for logic or any part is to keep solving the same books again and again, rather than going for 6 to 7 books. You need to limit your material. So that's what I did for logic, and I solved a lot of past year question papers like IPM Astra for Rohtak, and that was what majorly helped me with logic, sir, and the classes, live classes.
Okay, great. One more important point over here, Sai, because so many people who are going to prepare for 2023 and 24 are listening to you right now. If you can help them with some motivational tips from your end. So, this journey has been a complete story in front of you. From that particular story, if you can just take out 2 or 3 points, magical points that are going to be helpful for them so that they can join you next year in IIM Indore.
Definitely, sir. So one of the most important things that I lacked is confidence. Just have faith in the materials you refer to, the faith in the classes you attend, or any mentor, any institution you go to, any mock test. Just have faith in yourself and what you are doing. I have seen a lot of my friends, and even I felt the need to refer to multiple books and multiple institutions, which I think is not necessary. Limit your sources and have faith in them, and do them again and again is what I will feel. And never lose hope at any point of time during your preparation, because this preparation is not just about getting into a institution or a college. It's about learning to face that, okay, ye nahi ho raha hai, okay, let's focus on the other thing. So it teaches you that even if you don't get one thing, you will be able to get another thing. So it's more of a life, a journey that gives you a lot of life lessons and a lot of surprising elements as well. So make sure you enjoy, though it's difficult to enjoy while you do math, English. It's jam packed with your board exam preparation also. But make sure you enjoy the process, and you are confident. Never lose hope. Never compare yourself with the scores of other students, because I did this, and I know I was very wrong at that point. You shouldn't compare your initial mock scores or mock scores at any point of time with the other students, because you will be able to clear it no matter what. Like, just focus on your preparation, practice as much as possible, and you will be able to clear it.
Some fantastic advice is being given by Sai over here. The best thing which I got from all the three advices she gave you right now is to not compete with others, compete with self. And
Yes,
most importantly, you're not exactly preparing for these examinations, but you're preparing for life. So
yes, sir.
she exactly
Definitely.
came up with this particular advice. It was a struggle story initially that actually became success story at the end. This success story is right now giving you a lot of lessons that you can actually learn from this particular interview and get them along with you, take them along with you for 2023 and to 2024 preparations. आजकल एक नारा बहुत चल रहा है साई, आईपीएम मतलब
Super grads.
ठीक है. सो आईपीएम मतलब सुपर ग्रैड्स के साथ इस पर्टिकुलर इंटरव्यू को भी एंड करेंगे. आई होप यू आर गेटिंग अ लॉट फ्रॉम दिस पर्टिकुलर इंटरव्यू. दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड. थैंक यू.
Thank you so much.